everybody. Welcome to the KatChat Podcast. Here we are, started off May with Kentucky Rosen. And here we have a dinner from Sadie and and also an author and a self-owned business with his son, Chase. I'm so happy to have you here today to talk about Andrew's movie, Kentucky Rosen. Thank you so much.
I am so excited to talk about this movie. Not to mention be with you. I love being with you.
Definitely, absolutely. So Kentucky Rosen that aired last weekend, starring Andrew Walker and Odette Annable. Wait until we talk about Odette later on in this podcast. Oh my God, it's a big thing for Hallmark. Hallmark, if you are looking and listening to the podcast, and look Odette Annable for any Hallmark movies, especially with Andrew, again, if you can, but let's go. Let's go. Okay, the director of the movie was Claire Neilpoom, and the writer was Jamie Pacino. And I could not find the wardrobe or the costume designers, but I want to give them credit for this movie. The wardrobe for the present event and from the past. Beautiful, outstanding, beautiful colors, by floral prints to represent the derby, to represent the present, the modern society, and the past. Kudos to the costume
Uh,
designers and one
yes.
keeper. I'm so sorry I could not find the information. The movie, the plot, is all about a greenhouse worker and the son of Church Hill Down CEO from unlikely pair coming together to save the Kentucky Derby Road blanket, and at the same time, they uncover a generational love story between their two families that caused a little bit of conflict and romance, misunderstanding, miscommunication, and the purpose. And then, unfortunately, those two people in the movie apparently found love along the way. So this is what we're here for, to talk about Kentucky Rosen.
Yes. So good. The way it was done was amazing. It was just effortless. It was so great.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So tell me, Dana, once the movie started, what was your first impression of how the movie started and how the cast started to come in to the movie and we meet people?
I just think it was so easy. It was the first Hallmark movie in a long time. Well, I mean, after watching Tyler's the weekend before, because I agree, I think it was that movie as well. It was just so easy. It was the first time in a long time that as each character came in, it was just like they were meant to be there. Like they were just meant to be in that movie. They were casted perfectly. The cast was so good. Um, I knew Odette from Red October, October Sky.
Yeah,
October. Yeah. Um, but that was such a long time ago. So to see her back on screen and to be with like our fave, like her and Andrew crushed it, knocked it out of the park. And I loved it. And I love that they also had that part of girl power with the trainer, with her best friend. Like I love that. I love that that was a part of it. I think that was so great.
yeah. I feel
What
like
about you?
me, well, once the movie started, I really liked the story with the historical context, like where the story started and what will be the mystery or possibly conflict throughout the whole movie, not throughout the whole movie, but later on. So I really like the historical concept they go back, and I really like they share some raw derby footage because
Yeah.
Kentucky Derby is a big thing. I mean, I don't really necessarily watch it, but again, Kentucky Rosen and Andrew Walker and Odette and Annable, and it's a Hallmark movie, of course. So I watched the Kentucky Derby, the last part, and it's really amazing. But it's just like a Hallmark movie because, spoiler alert, both of them were underdog. And
Yeah.
both of them had women trainers. And
Yes, isn't that
both of them
wild?
won. Yeah,
That was so crazy that like
yeah,
what are the chances of that happening? That was so
exactly.
crazy.
So
So
maybe,
we actually watch it every year. We are big Kentucky Derby people. I've always wanted to go. I love Kentucky. Kentucky is my favorite state in the world anyway. Um, but it was just, yeah, you're right. The way that it was so natural, like the way that they took the raw footage and the well, because they filmed it there last year.
yeah,
They took some of that
yeah,
filming from last year, right? So it was real. It was natural, which is cool. Like it didn't look fake. And I like
yeah.
that. I
So they
really
took a
like it.
lot of time with the movie and made it real. And it was very special for the people who made that movie because of all
Yeah.
the history and how the people come together if anything happened to the Kentucky Derby or with the roving or maybe with the haunting. So I thought it was really, really cool. So we were watching the Kentucky Derby and I told my mom and dad, you know, there's a Hallmark movie coming on tonight based on the Kentucky Derby, so you may want to check it out. And then we watched it with us. Wait, am I seeing the repeat of the Kentucky Derby and the
Maybe.
Hallmark movie? So it was amazing. And it was wild how both underdogs and trained by a woman that won the race. Post 17, and I'm not sure what post he was in, 20 or something, but they won the race. It was amazing. And then another part I was really impressed with in the beginning of the movie, like typical black and white, gray, no color. What really stood out was this necklace. When he opened it, it was like bright, red, shiny. So I really appreciate the focus. So it shows that, or kind of like foreshadowed that that's going to be the focal point of the movie.
Yeah.
Keep
But
that in mind.
it wasn't like in your face though. It wasn't like I feel like there's some Hallmark movies where it's like, okay, like obviously this is what we're doing. It wasn't like that. It
Yeah,
wasn't like that in this movie. In
yeah.
this movie, I feel like it just seemed like quiet. It was like a quiet storm. And then it just kind of like rolled in, got taken care of, fell in love. It was great, and rolled back out again. Like it was
I
just
can hear me. I've watched it like 4 times. Probably the same amount of times I've watched it at Thailand or BT and you. Both are spectacular.
it was a good 2 weekends in a row. It was definitely
For sure. Fingers
a
crossed for
good
Paul
April.
Campbell to bring us home this weekend.
Uh, we'll
Three
see.
five men in a row. Keep going. And the Hoot Nut maybe we got three groomsmen in a row. They're unlikely. Anyway, so the highs and the lows of the movie plot. What do you feel like the high point of the movie or the low point? Nah, not necessarily. Is there any part of the movie that you feel is disconnecting or you feel like, why is it in there for a brief moment or what was the point of it?
I don't feel that way in
No,
this movie. I don't feel like there was a disconnect. And that's hard to
it's
say because
going.
I feel like there isn't a lot, but I think it was pretty solid. I think it was a pretty solid storyline.
Yeah,
Everything made sense. Like it just made sense. Even the time that it took in the greenhouse or like the little things of like going and picking the wildflowers. Like it just made sense. Everything just made sense. It wasn't like they were trying to find things to take up time,
for
which I
sure.
appreciated.
For sure. But that would be like the hardship with the movie that was generational relationship that I like look at Ash and his dad.
Yeah.
And then look at
Yeah.
Sadie and her mom because Sadie and Ash are so much alike and they don't even realize that. We'll talk more about that as we go on. But I feel like they want to make a name for themselves by themselves.
Their own name.
And she would
Yep.
say Ash Taylor, but Sadie had no idea he was Ash Reed, the son of a big prominent family. She was like, but I'm not going to take flowers from you because they were at your property for
Yep.
your family's event. I was like, So I feel like there was a good hardship between the relationship, and we will be able to see the relationship and the hardship throughout the movie of how
Mm.
their generation made a name for themselves, and now they're the next generation make a name for themselves. Ash wants to have his own architecture business. Ash Taylor.
Yeah.
Sadie wants to have her own floral shop. Sadie forgot the last name, but not from the family because the family obviously worked so hard to make a name. Easy handoff. I'm like, I don't want to associate with the name. Doesn't mean I don't love you or I don't
Yeah.
agree with your business. I want to make something out of myself, something I could
Yep.
do for myself without taking advantage or taking the easy way up the
Mhm.
ladder of society or a job, a career.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really important. I feel like something that needed to be shown too. Like, it's not really talked about a lot as far as like the pressure from family. You know, like, I don't know, I automatically go to One Tree Hill. The way that the dad was acting was definitely giving some Dan Scott vibes. And so that sucked me in more. Um, but like, even that, because then Ash talks about like, dude, like, back off. And it just, I think that's important to see. Not everybody wants a handout, you know?
Right, right. Because if they feel like it's a handout, they feel like it's easy. They don't have to
Yep.
worry about anything. They have the name. Like, well, I'm not used to the name. I'm just working
Yeah.
out for myself. So eventually that unblown to the movie and Ash Stadium made up a couple of times.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, the dad, I was like, who comes home for dinner? Then, no, hi, how are you? How was your day? Break the business to ask you like I need some air. And he said, well, you have air, you're outside at the banda. Well, I need to get some air too. Walked away. I love the
Good
mom.
for
I
her.
love the mom. She's
I'm glad she walked away
the
too.
dad was like, can you be more caring? Can you have a little bit of a heart?
Dan Scott, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Dan freaking God. I didn't have that thought like you did, but that definitely
That's my life. I literally think about him all the time.
look. Every time I see One Tree Hill episode or something, I was like, damn freaking God. Remember my testing trooper every episode. I'm like, Dana.
Oh.
Okay. Back
Wrong show. Back to the movie.
We go off topic about different TV shows or different stars. Okay. We are here for Andrew Walker and Odette
That's right.
and Kentucky Road and people. Now, Game Dealer, what do you feel like? Don't the plot or don't the movie like, oh my God, here we go. There's a couple of them. If you
Go
want me
ahead.
to go first, I can
Yeah,
go then, whatever.
I do.
I like the meet and greet of Sadie and Ash to the circus because Sadie's like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here after hours. He's like, really, really
Yeah.
cute. And from there, I feel like the banter, the chemistry, and
Uh-huh.
spot on.
Yeah.
I like all the dancing and stuff. And I really love that little moment at the bar, speakeasy, when they're like,
Yeah.
away, and then they go back. Oh, I'm Sadie. Oh, I'm Ash Taylor. I'm finally, they have their name for each
Yep.
other. And at the end of the movie, I really like when the community came together. And
Yeah.
they asked Sadie to go on the front row of the play because I was like, so sweet. I feel like there was a little bit of keen feelings or a high moment of the movie that made it extra special. And it also go back to Lottie and Gloria of what started in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah. I do love when they're at the circle. That is I love that scene. I think that's so sweet. I think definitely the speakeasy. I think that's just so cute because it's so relatable, right? Like you show up with your friend, but you're also like, "Oh my God." Like you're so excited. Um Honestly, one of my favorite things has nothing to do with Andrew. I love the friendship. I really love the friendship between the two girls. I think that's just so sweet. I really do. I I was waiting for the baby to come. And the baby never came. I was waiting for a baby, and
Yeah, that
that didn't happen.
maybe the baby came
Like I
after
was
so we need a
invested. I
tour
was
for the baby or something. The Kentucky Roasted baby or something. I don't know.
I was invested in this pregnancy and it never happened. I love their friendship. I love that they had those little inside jokes and they carried out into the relationship that she had with Ash. Um, it was just sweet. I agree with all of your scene stealers. I really do. I think those are the right ones. I think the one moment that I had that I was like, of course, was when he did lean on the window and it snapped open. And I was like, there it is. There's the Hallmark moment.
Yeah,
There it is.
definitely. Favorite moment or favorite line of the movie? I mean, I really liked the speakeasy and the Madeline of the assistant and the function. Oh, go. And they come
Yeah,
together. It's about
I
really
agree.
sweet. And I am the I should the time and the location of speakeasy because that's what happened way back
Yep.
in the prohibition era or banning alcohol or anything, so they had to hide or enjoy a good time. So I love
Yep.
movies that have a speakeasy moment or location.
But what's really cool is that they still have them in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like, because I try to go once a year and they still have those speakeasies all over and it's really cool.
It's amazing.
Because
I
I
really like
couldn't wait to be 21 and go. So I was really excited because they're like you feel so like, ooh, I shouldn't be here. I don't know, you feel cool and swanky.
and then there's another moment. Remember the moment when she came to Ash after that moment? She needed help with flowers. So she was like, Ash. And Ash was like, oh, you're using me for flowers. And she's like, touching him. I was like, oh, that is so cute. Oh my God. And that's why I was like, oh, that and Andrew. I really
Yeah,
like how they were willing to help each other. And Ash was like, yeah, meet me after work.
yeah.
All of
That
that.
you know what I think it
Nice. I
was, and
really
I
like
I
that.
think you can agree with me. I think I loved this movie so much because Ash was so Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was like it was the Andrew that you and I know. Like it just those little like smart aleck comments
That Andrew movie.
and like the banter and like genuinely caring and being nice. Like that's the Andrew that you and I know on a personal level. So to see him play someone that was like that on screen, it was like, well done.
Definitely.
Well done.
Definitely. So I really liked it. So there was a little, I mean, I really loved everything of the movie. I want to say this whole movie was my favorite part, literally. But
Yes.
there was some moments like, I'm like, that is so Andrew. Why is he doing that? Or
Mhm.
like with the dark flirty. I was like, okay, here we go. That is so cute. Because I feel natural. And at the end, oh, that hit it out of the park.
Yeah.
And this is beating her boat. Hallmark movie.
Yeah. They
Welcome
need
to
to get her back.
Hallmark.
They need to bring her back. She needs to do more. 100%.
Yeah, and on my podcast, when I talked with Andrew, he said he was very honored and he was very excited. He said, I'm the first guy in Hallmark to work with Odette. And finally, she was able to make her schedule work to be part of that movie. I'm like, Andrew. He was like, yeah, first guy in Hallmark. I'm like, okay, Andrew. was so sweet about him. He raved about him. He raved about the professionalism, the chemistry, and helping Odette feel welcome. So she doesn't feel any hesitant or any awkwardness.
Mm,
He died right in, right
I love
in.
that. I love that.
Now,
Yeah, I would like to see her in more. I really would. I feel like I don't know, she has this new spark. I like it. I like it. I'm here for it.
but sure. Now, behind the frame, from the plate of the director, how did you feel the director Clown handled the movie with the angle,
Oh,
with the
great.
tone, with moving pictures back and forth from the past, the story, and to modern society of Kentucky?
I thought it was great. It wasn't too much. Sometimes I feel like it can just be too much. Like, all right, let me like enjoy it a little bit before you go back and forth. But I feel like it was done in good taste. Like it was just enough, a little bit here and there. And then we went back and it like I don't know, you were able to enjoy it and then you switched back and you understood. Like it made sense. Like I said earlier, it made sense. It wasn't just like let's just keep switching back and forth and show you what it was like. It there was a purpose. There was a
Yeah,
purpose for her direction, the direction, and I really, really liked it.
yeah, I really like how she goes with the flow because I'm hitting moving that back and forth, back and forth, back and
Yeah.
forth. But they'll share a purpose on the map that's behind it because
Yep.
the whole Kentucky Road and purpose was generational love
Hmm.
story, conflict between two big families, poor, wealthy, and the love and the conflict, and of course the blueprint of the Kentucky Derby shows downhill along with the necklace that provided luck, love, and purpose. It was a really like nice flow. Okay, we're going to talk about this family. Why is it so important for the Ash
Yeah.
and Sadie to make a name of some stuff, not taking their family name? And what was the purpose of showing a little bit of a side conflict with Ash and his father, and not a conflict with Sadie and her mother, more of like pushing encouragement? I mean, you could do so much with the flowers, with the time, and the talent, but I'm working for the greatest glory until I can experience with pictures, events, and then hopefully make my own name and open a own shop eventually. So the beautiful. I really loved how she took in the history of the location of
Yeah.
the Kentucky Derby, the horses, the trainers, the race, the location. I really liked inside the middle where Ash had his office located.
Hmm.
Look at
Yeah.
the property.
And you can look out. Yeah. Yeah.
Spectacular. The tone,
It's so
the
cool.
lightly, the vibe. 100%.
Yeah. It especially for someone that has been there, it definitely I felt it. I definitely felt the vibe, was happy with it, felt like it felt real. It felt real. I think it definitely portrayed what it was supposed to portray.
Definitely. I really, if I had to pick a favorite location or vibe, I would pick the speakeasy post because,
Mm,
oh my God.
just fun.
Yeah,
It was fun.
fun,
It was cute. It
cute,
was
the
flirty. It
flavor,
was goofy. Yeah.
I'm just, I just like the tone of the light and how they did it. It was just perfect. It was like you're experiencing speakeasy and you're there and you're like, okay, one of the guys ask for the phone number
Like,
or
let's go. Come
forgot.
on, go. Yeah.
For sure, yeah. I need to experience some kind of speakeasy one that I think I experienced not a speakeasy, but I experienced a little bit of a hidden bar or restaurant behind apothecary or whatever. So I
Mm.
went to one in Kentucky. No, Tennessee with my friend. Oh my God. She goes, come on, I'm gonna show you something. What are we doing here? She goes, come on, keep going. There's a hidden room. I'm like, okay, I'm following you. Go out with the whoa, speakeasy fine. So we had a little bit of a liquor,
I love
chasing
that.
and fried different kinds of mid street. So good. That was
Oh,
the only time I went to
they
like a
just opened up.
speakeasy like.
They just opened up a 90s speakeasy just for the month of May. It's a 90s themed
Oh,
speakeasy. It's about 20 minutes from me. I really want to go.
yeah, no.
I
Check it
really
out.
want
Do
to go.
that. You should have put my act tailor. I could have to be Brian Peter the act tailor. Who knows? Now, the whole movie, what kind of theme, what kind of message you feel like the whole movie was given?
Definitely underdog. I think that was like the main thing is that like, you know, underdog, but also like you can make a name for yourself without other people making it for you. You know, you don't have
That
to
is,
depend on your parents or the name that you come from or anything like that. I think that was like the biggest vibe, you know, because even though they pushed that like wealthy versus the non-wealthy, it wasn't in your face. It wasn't like, okay, we get it. It wasn't like that. It was just like it was more about um they each had their own thing that they were working out. And then like they got together. So I feel like the whole theme is kind of just like, you know, realizing that you deserve greatness, no matter who you are, and like you can do it. You can literally figure it out yourself.
definitely. And community too, because
Yeah.
community actually followed and came together throughout the whole movie. I mean, the relationship with Sadie and the trainer and hold hope for the Angel Bay. Okay.
Mhm.
Hold hope for Angel Bay. Don't worry. You never know. Double teaming could be number
Yeah.
one. And all of that I feel like community and at the end when she was scrambling for Roden, especially if the popular road
Yeah.
provider. I can't get you out of my Roden because I am already doing so much with my Roden. And everybody came after that live. And also that was Delia, her boss. At first
Yeah.
I was like, hmm, don't you dare take her notebook, her stand, and claim it as your own. But no, that
Yeah.
didn't
I
happen.
was
I said,
expecting,
okay,
yep.
maybe I like her. So I like also like that the boss encouraging Sadie too. Now, if you do a couple of this, show me a couple of the designs to take pictures of the event, come and see me and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
They came together towards the more to the end of the movie to make the Kentucky road blanket happen because the conflict with the weather, the flash flood. So I thought
Right.
that was a very beautiful moment because Hallmark movie or the ideal formula lately has shifted from like
Oh yeah.
meet girl or girl meet girl, but in the conflict, boom, yeah.
Yep.
Now it's more
Yes.
like friendship, connection, family dynamic,
Yes.
community. So I mean, Hallmark really kicking it, really killing it for the last maybe 2 years ever since
Yes.
Hallmark Plus became a thing or streaming
Yeah.
service. So all of that.
I agree. I was actually just talking to my best friend about it. It does seem like there's some sort of a shift of like just a touch of reality. Like it's almost more like they're trying to, I don't know. I mean, of course, you always know that everything's going to end up great. Like you know that. That's just the Hallmark way. But it just seems like they're adding in more real life to it. And I'm here for it. I like it. I like it.
What did you think about the part when they were at the speakeasy and they were dancing, having a love of a moment, and Sadie realized a photo on the wall of their family, her great grandmother, and Ash's great uncle. How did you feel about that moment when they realized and then I'm the owner? So it wasn't really necessarily of a rough cut conflict.
Yeah.
No, that throw the movie out of proportion.
Right.
It was just a
Yep.
very tiny
Yep.
dark conflict based off the history of the family and what actually happened back then that affects them now. And they were like not blaming. They were like, well, you took advantage of my great uncle because of
Hmm.
the money or whatever. And just no, my great grandmother gave everything back. She did not want anything to do with that.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about it? That aha moment between Sadie and Ash.
I actually was really proud of her for sticking up for it. Like not turning, I'm glad that they wrote her stronger and like sticking up for herself because I feel like a lot of times it was always the girl that's like, oh, like oh, maybe you're right. Oh my gosh, I gotta figure this out. Like, oh, my family's messed up. Like, no, she was like, absolutely not. That is not what happened. And like, and I like that. I like that they wrote that like that, where she was like, no, she gave everything back. You are wrong. Like, get your facts straight. I did appreciate that because I feel like very often the girl is um written as the victim. And so I do like that they made her strong-willed.
Yeah, and then after that, and then toward the end, when Sadie was looking through her photo album of the
Hmm.
family, and asked what happened a moment in his office, and then when they were looking at the specific photos, she was like, she found the letter, and then he found the blueprint and the necklace. So they called each other up at the same time. I have something for you. So it was a kind of like a make-up moment, and they were trying to put the pieces in the puzzle of what really actually happened. And then,
Hmm.
of course, they made up.
Of course.
What did you think of the kid?
It was sweet. It was sweet, but it was like, oh, okay.
Like, more like, and I don't know, I can't remember which podcast it was some on interview, but there was an interview podcast where they were talking about how Andrew was getting advice from his wife, Kat, how to go in for the
Oh,
kid.
it was
Should
no,
I
it
do
was
this
on, it
or
was
should
an
I do
interview.
this?
It was from Kansas City, maybe. It was one of the Kansas City panels.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
It was
So
one of the
I was
panels.
to a session because you could go in,
And
so
she's
not
like,
go
don't
in
touch
or you
their
could see,
face.
or just like, well,
Yeah.
she goes, no, she got to go in, very dark. Well, I'm watching that Andrew. He passed. He passed.
Yep.
I mean,
It was
when
good.
delicate, sweet, it was like all in.
Yeah,
That some
it
Hallmark
was
movie that whoa, okay, that take the reins back on the kid. So I feel like it was really sweet and it was tender and it was just right amount for the
yeah,
movie.
I agree. I agree. That's so funny. Yeah. I I'm glad that he stuck with the hand on the face.
Definitely. Yeah, I was he passed. I was so I tapped an hand. I'm like, great job on that kid. He was like,
No,
oh, thank you. Yeah.
that was sweet. I liked it.
What did you think of? I have to ask this question.
Oh no.
They got the pairing, Andrew and Odette. And if you could
I
think
mean, I guess
of
they were okay.
if you could think of anything off the bat, what would you like to see them again together in a movie? What kind of movie?
I would like to see them in a comedy. I think they
Rom
would be
com?
funny and like think of like uh, or what if she well no, we can't because he's already taken. But like almost like the three wise men, like she's like the love interest because that's kind of funny but serious, right? Or like a mix of like the Christmas house, right? Like that kind of feeling where it's like serious but like you can be funny and laugh. I would like to see them be more goofy together. I
Yeah, I
think they
would
could do
love
it.
to see them in a rom com, like a
Yeah.
setup go wrong or something,
Right.
something. I don't know, like a parent or something, like one of them have a parent or one is like, I don't know what to do, or the other
Yeah.
that have something. I mean, they the third to be together in a rom com, and of course, maybe a romance for Christmas, of course, Christmas
Yeah.
romance or whatever, maybe a little bit of a mystery too.
Yeah.
But definitely a
Oh.
rom-com. They would be
Well, it could
perfect.
be like with Ted Cooper when they went to the escape room. Like that would be really funny to see Andrew and Odette do like an escape room. That would be
Yeah,
funny.
they
Like
would be a
I
good team to go through the escape room somehow.
yeah.
Christmas or part of the rom-com setup movie if
Yep.
Hallmark comes up with one.
I think that would be cute. Or they could do the next Philly themed, because we need a movie, but not we need a Philly sports movie. Let me clarify. We need a Philly sports movie. So it could be Buffalo playing the Eagles and Odette just like, oh my
Oh, the
gosh, like
Packers playing the Eagles.
but he would not. He would want to be Buffalo. He would
He is
want
a
to be
Packer
Buffalo.
fan too. He told
We
me.
also, okay, we also have football. He would want hockey. He would want to do the hockey. And then they could get Chad because Chad could be there as well. This would be a great movie. Andrew, Chad, oh, it would be so great. And Tyler could be out on the field, like out actually like skating.
He's like, I'll be seeing you. And Odette can be the sports trainer. And Andrew
Right.
could be the coach or the player. Could be like a hot mess of a chaotic
Oh,
movie.
so good.
People are falling in love with the trainer or three guys. Hopefully not.
Oh my gosh. And who do I pick?
Right. That's a tough choice. Andrew Tyler, and Chad. I know you're going to pick Chad.
I mean, there's just something about it. There's like, okay, so it's almost like what is it? Who would you marry? Who would you date? And who would you,
Kick.
right? That's like where we would end up being. Like, I feel like,
For
I don't
me,
know.
I would kick Tyler. I would date Chad. And Andrew more like a
He's married,
brother
right?
son.
I agree. I feel like Andrew is the marrying type. Like he's the marrying. I do.
Look at him. Chad could be the marrying type too or not, but Tyler like a bachelor
Yeah.
on the road.
Yep. Yeah. We just created a whole new movie. I love it.
Oh, I know. The Hallmark of listening take some of our idea. You know, or credit, or we could become extras, or have a tiny small role. No more than 5 lines because I can't memorize really well enough.
Yeah. Or we could do, I know you're not a baseball person, but a friend suggested to me doing an all-star baseball game theme because then you could have the Brewers, right? It could happen in Philadelphia and you would have the Phillies. The Blue Jays would be there, so he would have his Toronto team. Yeah,
Sure. Yeah, that would be
go.
fun.
We got it.
Yeah. Before we wrap up on the
I
time.
know, I'm sorry. We just
No, it's
hijacked that
okay.
whole thing.
Absolutely. It's like that everything of the review. We're not the only one to wrap it up, Dana. Do you have any other comments or any favorite things about the movie you want to share that has not really been discussed?
No, all of it. Go watch it.
Yeah.
If you have not seen this movie, go watch it. You will
Yeah.
not be disappointed. I really, truly like this movie. Love this movie.
Yeah,
That's it. I have like no other words to explain it. It is such a good movie. It really, really is.
definitely. I mean, I feel like Hallmark come a long way with all of the changes that they have been going through for the last 3 years, I think. And I love how the formula is changing or evolving. They pointed out the more diversity. They pointed out to a little bit more of a real world problems or issues. And they're doing more diverse, more race and more cultural stories like
Yeah.
230. And then we have the Mahan movie coming out tomorrow. There's so many such amazing diverse or cultural stories or of course historical concept or
Yeah.
historical love story or love letter like With Love from Billy With Love. That was historical love story. I'm not very fond of that movie, but that concept gotta be worked more. And Kentucky Road was a completely love letter
Yeah.
to Kentucky and just
Yeah.
Roundhead and the history. And we have so many other things. I really appreciate Hallmark trying different things, pulling different people. Maybe we have Odette, and I don't know who kind of knew the Hallmark, but we have Jen Lilly coming back. And
Yeah.
hopefully we have Ryan Pavey coming back. But right now he's got a movie over on the Great American Channel. So all of those things, I really appreciate Herman like taking back on a few things, trying new things, and then going back, pick out the old mysteries or picking out old TV shows to continue. Because I believe next year, 2026 or 2027, we might get a new Curious Caterer movie, but it's not on Hallmark table for right now. But
Nope.
eventually, and a couple of other movies like Hannah Swanson coming back, and we
Mhm.
have the Haunting Harmony with Tamara Mowry coming back. So I was like, oh, Grace is coming back, and we have Nellie Mysteries coming back after taking a break, trying something new to see if
Yeah.
the fan base will like it, and they
Yeah.
do.
Do you think that it has to do with the fact that they're letting more um of the talent direct and produce and do more? Like I feel like that has a big part in the change or in like the
Definitely.
redirect. I feel like letting them do
Mm-hmm.
more is making a huge difference in a good way.
Definitely. We have a director, like Chris Alone, director, and then we have Tyler, a executive producer of
Yep.
his movie, which is
Robert.
completely his movie, because he wants a movie about generation stories and generation memory land, because he made that movie for the purpose of his mom and
Mhm.
grandfather and everything. I thought that was a beautiful movie of
Yeah.
how it's flown. And now we have Andrew sharing his love with Horton, Kentucky church downhill and the beauty of it. Even though the race is 2 minutes, it's over. Let's go party or celebrate. No, to all of
Mhm.
that. So I feel like more directing, more boys from the talent and boys from the band, because the band are the ones who are wanting more of this.
Yeah.
It's almost okay, it's coming, not right away, but it's coming. But we have the Korean caterer coming back. We have a couple of True Justice with Nikki Delos and Benjamin Aaron coming back. But they won't have a big role in the like they did in the previous movie. So it's all about balance and letting other talent have the spotlight while the not I don't want to say earned, but the best talent stuck back and have the
Mhm.
spotlight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it for our review of Kentucky Road and other topics with Hallmark changing the formula and some other movies. So if you have not checked out Kentucky Road, please check it out on Hallmark Plus. It's streaming right there. You can check it out on Amazon Prime. And please subscribe to the KatChat Podcast as well as Chasing Self-Care. Same thing over on Instagram. We have so much fun product. We have so much fun. Real Hallmark content, reviews, or just talking about Hallmark, Tyler, John Michael Murray, One Tree Hill, Andrew, and Chasing Self-Care book that's coming out in June. So check it out. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Take care.